right, so this is a model of the spinal cord. We're going to go over the different parts that compose the spinal cord. So let's start with the posterior median sulcus, which is going to be this little kind of um, insert that you kind of see back here. The anterior median fissure, which is going to be this hole coming right across here. You have your central canal, which is this tiny hole going down the center of the spinal canal. And then you have your gray matter, which is going to be on the inside. The white matter is going to be on the outside. Within the gray matter, you have a posterior gray horn, which contains the sensory nuclei. You have the lateral gray horns, which are going to contain the visceral motor nuclei. And you have your anterior gray horns, which are going to contain your somatic motor nuclei. And then you have your anterior and posterior gray commissures. So the commissures are the parts you can kind of see in this model. It's the part kind of connecting the two sides of the horn. The posterior gray commissure is going to be like behind that central canal, and then the anterior is going to be in front. So those are the anterior and posterior gray commissures. For the white matter, you have the posterior white columns, funiculi, which is this part back here. You have your anterior white funiculi, which is up here, and then you have your lateral white funiculi, which is over here on the side. Then you have your spinal meninges. Now those aren't shown here, but basically they would encompass the spinal cord and just kind of come around here. Different layers would include the dura mater, the arachnoid mater with the subarachnoid space, and then the pia mater. And also you're going to have an epidural space right outside of the dura mater, and that's going to be kind of a nice little fatty layer on the outside. So the next thing we'll go through is our dorsal root. The dorsal roots are going to be coming off of the spinal cord. And then you have dorsal root, my bad. Dorsal root is going to be in the back, ventral root would be in the front, and then the dorsal root ganglion is this little bulb right here. And then you have your spinal nerves, which are going to form when the two roots converge right about here. Coming off of your spinal nerves, you're going to eventually have your ramus, which you don't see here, but they're going to kind of come off of here. You'll have a ventral ramus and a dorsal ramus, which will then fuse it once more to form a bundle of nerves called a plexus.